Good morning students. In previous two video we have seen that what is market system and what is socialist system. In market system, all the economic decisions related to administration, resource allocation and distribution related all decision is taken by the owner or the individual person of the company, while in the socialist system all the administration or resource allocation related decision is taken by the state government. Okay, so here in market system competition plays a vital role. So that's why because of this competition, new exploration or you can say new research have been done in this market system, while in socialist system because of lack of competition there is no research or exploration have been taken place. Okay, so and third and most important decision is that difference between market system and socialist system is that market system is completely free, or you can say that some 4 to 5 bureaucrats or important person control the market with the invisible hand. Some rich people control the market with the invisible hand, but in socialist system there is a fear of a bureaucracy. We have already seen all these things. Okay, market system is also called as a free economy because some decision is taken by the one individual person or the owner of the company. Next system is the mixed economy. Mixed economy means first we have studied market system and then we also have seen about some advantage and some limitation of this market system. Then after socialist system have also some advantage and some limitation in this socialist system. So in mixed economy some limitation is removed from the market system as well as socialist system. Whatever limitation is present in market system and socialist system is removed by the government and adopted or assimilate the good things of this market system and socialist system, and then they made one system is called a mixed economy. Means there is some good things of a market system and some good things of the socialist system, while the removing of the some limitation of the market system and socialist system as well. So first point, private and public sector coexist and both the sectors do not work as a competitor but they work as a complementary to each other. What does it mean? Private sector means market system or market economy. Public sector means socialist system. Means private means market, public means socialist. Private plus public sector both coexist and both the sector do not work as a competitor, rather than they work as a complementary, means helpful to each other. This is the main and important point of the mixed economy. Next point. Next, individual or private ownership. Some example is given that what or when is the control of the market system, or you can say the private ownership. Okay, individual or private ownership. Example, agriculture, trade and small consumer goods and industry have a control of a individual or private ownership, or you can say the market system. Next, some government owned industry like heavy industry, factories producing defense material, okay, till 1991 government does not allow some foreign direct investment, foreign FDI, foreign direct investment in the defense and railway and banking sector. Government does not allow FDI in defense, railways and banking until 1991. But after 1991 there is a India's FDI is very low, so that's why India have to borrow some money from the World Bank, and because whenever any country borrowing money from the World Bank or International Monetary Fund IMF, they should have to pay some high amount of interest rate, and this is also affect our rupee devaluation. What is rupee devaluation? Means suppose today $1 price is Indian currency 70 rupees. So after devaluation this price is 76 rupees or 80 rupees. This is called a rupee devaluation, and you can say rupee is become a weak. Okay. So after 1991 this problem is occur. So that time our Prime Minister, Foreign Finance Minister Manmohan Singh adopted one policy named LPG, liberalization, privatization and globalization policy, and then after we allowed FDI, foreign direct investment in defense, railway and banking up to 49%. Okay. So today any country or any countries which is producing raw material is invested in India, producing defense material, railway, electricity, road and irrigation. This is mostly owned by the government, or you can say the 51% share is owned by the government of India. Okay. So mostly in recent time till from the starting of 2014 to 2019 we saw the budget, then there is in every budget one thing is common, that government mostly sold government owned private ownership. Means suppose LIC is starting with the 8,000 crore industry. Today's LIC's net price or worth is a 36 lakh crore. So government in recent 2020 budget, government said that we will sell LIC's share to the private industry. Okay. So this is called a disinvestment. What is difference between disinvestment and privatization? Okay, disinvestment means the process in which government reduce its share up to 51%. Okay, government reduce its share up to 51%. So mostly in this investment system, government of India is mostly owned by the company. But in a privatization, government reduces share from 51%, suppose like 30%, 49%. So it is called a privatization. In this privatization, government will no longer as a owner of the company. Okay. So in a private ownership, some important sector like agriculture, trade and small consumer good industry, and other side government owned, or you can say the socialist system have industries, factories producing defense material, railway, electricity, roads and irrigation is also in the hands of the government. This mixed system is completely not free. Okay, government lays some control in a different way. Okay, so state laid heavy taxes on production of unwanted things. So the unnecessarily luxurious items production should be stopped. Okay, so government laid down some heavy taxes on the production of unwanted things. Okay, on the other side, whenever you establish some industry in a backward area, so government of India is also encouraged by giving some subsidy or relaxation in the tax. Okay, suppose one concept is a gift city. Gujarat International Financial Tech City. Okay, so whenever you are establishing some company in this gift city, so government give you some tax holiday. So whenever government's motive is to upward some backward area, so government of India is encouraged by giving some subsidy or relaxation in tax also. Okay, in mixed economy, importance is given to economic planning in taking economic decision. Okay, government is encouraged economic planning to take economic decision. So the wastage of resources should be stopped. Okay, because of this economic planning, wastage of resources should be stopped. Okay, so more importance is given to the economic planning in taking economic decision. Okay, next, in this mixed economy, coexistence of public and private sector is accepted in a system. Means both the market system and socialist system, both the economy or system is not working as the complementary to each other, but accepted as a helpful to each other. Okay, so this is also called as a controlled economic system. We have seen then why it is called a controlled economic system, because government laid some heavy taxes on production of unwanted things. Okay, India, France and England have made their economic development through this process. Okay, this is important for our exam perspective because India is fall in this category. Okay, so what are the limitation of the market system? Economic instability, because there is always some problem for the private sector and public sector to take some decision of a resource allocation or production related decision. So there is always seen the economic instability. Second, lack of coordination. Once again, private sector's mindset is also looking for the profit, while the public sector or government owned company is always looking for the rule of welfare. So there is a lack of coordination. Third thing, inconsistent economic policy. Why? Because government always change their economic policy. Okay, in this year budget, recent 2020 budget, government is also reduce some income tax slab. Okay, so this is also affected for the private sector company. Next, low growth rate of economic development. Low growth rate of economic development, and this is the last point. So this is the end of our video, and this is also the end of our chapter number 15, economic development.